one thing I want to start off with is the way boxing is today. I know you as a fighter, right? Like the amount of money that Turkey is pouring in and paying these fighters. I know you're like, damn, I wish I was a couple years later. Like, does that cross your mind?
I don't because I know I fell in a good window too.
Right.
You know, the Showtime window. Yep. You know, they was paying, you know, when the money was for sure. And then PBC came, you know, Al Heyman got all that money. You know, was taking care of his fighters. We was making millions. So I'm pretty sure it was a lot of fighters. Like, I wish I was
on that.
Yeah, I wish I was on that time. Right. So, you know, at the end of the day, boxing is all about timing. You know, he is pouring out the money and everything, but, you know, am I like, I wish I was there? I mean, I'm still here. You know what I'm saying? Not yet. But no, I feel like I fell in a great window myself. Like I always tell my dad that. I'm like, we found a good window in boxing. You know, so.
And also now you promoting, so you probably have some fighters that you're looking at, okay, maybe Turkey Alashek might see my fighter and might get on one of his cards or something like that.
Definitely. So build some fighters up.
Yeah.
And then see where it takes them.
You know, people talk about Danny and how good he's done with his money. I don't know how people know that much about your finances, right? But that's the rumors around.
Instagram,
Danny,
baby.
No. But I'm talking about, they say other fighters, I'll be asking Danny for advice.
Right. A lot of fighters
Danny invests his money. He's not broke, even though he's not fighting often. First off, is that true?
Oh, yeah, for sure. So for me, like, it's not really rocket science. I just bought. So, like, what year was that? Like, 2015, when I started making like good money, like a lot of money, I was like depositing big checks in the bank, you know, like $1 million checks.
Right.
And they would always tell me like, you should do wealth management.
Okay.
And I never did it because people used to tell me growing up in the hood, it was like, don't buy stock, you lose your money. You do that. You lose money. It's like, it's too risky.
Right.
And my dad always told me buy real estate. So all I really did was, you know, I finally did the wealth management thing. They sat me down, like a table of people, and I'm sitting around, I'm like, damn, these people.
You say they? Who you mean?
Like the wealth management, yeah. They got a department where it's like, I guess for like the 1% of the world.
Right.
I sat in a room and it's like a table of people, and one guy life insurance, one guy's trust, one guy is this, one guy is that, one guy's an investor, a banker, and I just started putting all my money in there as I was
spreading
going.
it.
So whatever I had put in there 10 years ago is double today.
Really?
Yeah. So, like,
so
thank God I did it.
Money off of those investments. Like.
Yeah, I live off my investments. I never touch
principal.
Yeah, I get monthly payouts, insurance payouts every month. 10 years ago, I bought a lot of real estate, and then I invested my money in the stocks and bonds. So everything from 10 years ago is double today.
Wow.
So whatever I paid in taxes or all the money I spent and messed up, I got that back. And just the investments of my stock portfolio, and then what's that called when your property grow interest, like
equity?
Yeah, equity. Yeah, grew equity.
So you bought a lot of property.
Yeah, so like back in it, like in 2013, right? Say if you got 10 million, you would have to have $10 million to buy what I bought back then for like $2 million.
Oh, really? Today?
Yeah, cause
so a lot of your properties you still own and gain a lot of.
That's
equity.
What I'm saying. Yeah.
Wow.
So like the property I bought in the first property I bought in PA, I bought it for like $365,000. Yeah. It has 3 acres, 8,000 square feet. That same building is worth $2 million.
Wow, today.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
So do you have rental income coming in?
Oh yeah, for sure. Well? Well, that's that. They live in that one.
Okay.
But yeah, I got that's it. Real estate and stock. That's it. And it doubled over the last 10 years. And it's going to double again in the next 10 years. It's going to keep doubling.
So what's the smartest investment you've made that really paid off?
The smartest investment, I think, just real estate and stock. I tell fighters this: if you got like a promising career where it's like you're going to have 10 years in front of you and you know you're going to keep making money, I would just invest the whole thing, because as you're fighting, that is going to keep growing. And you're never going to have to worry about going broke, because over the next 10 years, you're making new money, you invested the whole thing. And when the 10 years pass, that's going to be double. So you made 10 million in another 10 years, it'll be 20 million.
But it's hard to tell a young fighter who comes from nothing, right, to not want to go buy a Rolls Royce or a watch or an AP.
No, you can definitely, you could treat yourself for sure. But I would say buy a little something, but invest the whole thing. Because as we all know, like, boxing's not forever. You know, like when the pandemic hit, everybody was like, yo,
starving.
Like, what's going on? Like, that could happen again. You know what I mean?
You were good during the pandemic.
I fought 2 times that year. I made the most money ever during the pandemic. Wow. So I was blessed, you know. Right. But I would just say stay away from businesses in the beginning, because businesses, like you gotta be there every day. You gotta invest your time. You gotta trust other people with things, so, and if you never ran a business, your family never really ran a business, is like, you're gonna lose a lot of money.
Right.
So I would just do the safe route, long-term things, real estate and stock, that's it.
That's incredible. I think the best investment really was you just being in the gym.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's my best investment is me being a boxer.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for boxing, I wouldn't have none of this.
But what about all those businesses you do have? I heard about Dunkin' Donuts or even the barbershops and studios.
The Dunkin' Donuts thing, that was my friend and Jeff. He owned like eight stores. He had got like a territory out there. Right. So he used to pay me to go out there and like promote them. Gotcha. So I never owned the Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
So what about the detail shop, the body shop? Is that still going?
That's still here. We've already had that for like 12 years.
Wow.
That's more for the community though. Right. That's just, the barbers, they need that. That's their career.
What about a bad investment you made that made you lose money, a lot of money?
2 medical marijuana investments.
Really?
Yeah.
How much money did you put into that?
The first one was 150,000, and then the second one was 100,000.
And what went wrong?
The first one was like medical, when it became medical.
Right.
In Pennsylvania, I tried to get it's called a vertical license where you could grow it, do dispensaries and everything. Right. But it's just like, it was too...
You didn't get the license?
I didn't get the license. We didn't get the license. It was me and some other... It wasn't even about money, because it had people who was billionaires on the team, But when at the end, they score you, like all these different categories.
Right.
And we had the less minorities. So the more minorities you got on your team, the better of a chance you got to get...
White people messed it all up for you?
Yeah. It was only me and my homie who was black.
Everybody else is white. So we need some diversity.
Yeah, but we thought since, we was in there, because that's how we got in the picture anyway, because they needed us. They had the money.
Those faces.
Yeah, so they needed the minorities, but when it came down to it, the state was like, no, that's not enough. And that's how we didn't get that.
Well, you could have called us. We would have joined the team.
No. I ain't doing no marijuana.
But things like that. Another thing is, like, a lot of people going to come to you with ideas.
Right.
When you get money. And you're young and people going to tell you, yo, I could do this, I could do that.
Right.
I wouldn't do none of that.
Yeah.
So have you made that mistake, though, outside of the marijuana thing?
Besides the marijuana thing, I never really...
I know one of your boys done came up to you like, Danny, I got this idea. We could catch this lick. Like...
Well, my friends, when it comes to my friends, I never miss business and friendship. So one of my friends come and ask me, y'all got an idea? I'm just going to give it to him. Like, here. You figure that out.
Yeah. So you'll give your friends money?
Yeah. If somebody come up with an idea, look, if it blows up or whatever, then break me off in the future.
But if not, don't come back asking for more.
Yeah, it's like you that's what it is. You know what I mean? So
that's crazy.
Any of your friends took some of your money and did good with it?
No.
Probably not.
They tried.
Because at one point you had you still got the music studio. The
music. I still got the studio, so that's like unlimited.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. The resources are there, but
it's a
mindset. It's a mindset. Like, I could tell you how to be a world champion, right? I could tell you everything I did to be a world champion. I could tell you, step by step, what I did. But simply, you just might not be built like me.
Right.
You might not have my mindset. You might not have what I got, what drives me.
Right.
So you could tell somebody how to be that thing, but you still got to be built like them,
So what about Swift Promotions? Because, as a promoter, we know, speaking to so many different promoters, that you don't really make money at a certain level with these fighters.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
you're really building the fighters up the way, promoters did for you, like Oscar De La Hoya and them did for you.
Yeah,
they're
definitely
not
an
making
investment.
money off of them early. So how's that going?
It's definitely an investment.
Yeah.
It's definitely an investment. It's definitely a risk. I think the hardest thing about it is in the beginning is like fighters think they're worth more than what they are without no credentials.
Why do you think that? Because what are they seeing?
I just think social media and everything is like everybody living this lavish lifestyle. Other fighters are making some good money, and people I don't know what it is, but a lot of people just think they're worth more than what they are with no resume. And boxing is like, it's all about resume. It's what you've done and who you fought.
Right.
That's what boxing, that's what gets you the big payday.
When did you know in your career you was the man and you need to get the big bucks? After what fight?
I felt like after I beat Morales, but I did like...
The first time?
I'm the champion of the world. I need these millions. I only made $175K for that fight.
For that first fight?
Yeah, for that first fight.
When's the first time you touched the M? Which fight?
I fought Amir Khan. I made 500,000 that fight.
What?
Yeah, unification fight. Now
It was
fighters
a
are making
unification fight at
fighters
140.
are making millions these days off unification fights.
So did you ever feel like you were worth more than you really were?
Hell
Like with your
yeah.
promoters?
Which fight did you touch at M? I mean,
My first fight, the rematch with Morales, I made 1 million.
you spent them.
Yeah,
that
when I
fight.
knocked his ass out. Yeah, I'm like,
Barclays.
yeah,
One of the most
Crazy.
viral knockouts ever.
yeah, that's the first time. I made money.
2012. 2012.
And was
13
that
years ago.
was that the man? You still look young. Was that
Yeah,
the money?
I feel good, man. I'm ready to go again.
Was that when you started investing? Like after like the Morales fights?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Even before you got to the millions, you was putting your money up.
I was already buying stuff. I would go we'll go back to my old neighborhood. That's like where I'm from in Juniata, where the gym is at.
Right, yeah.
You could back then, 10 years ago, you could buy a house for 75,000.
Wow.
You could buy properties around there. We bought like 4 or 5 of them. We still got them.
You know, we
So like
talk-
said, they like 200,000 today.
Wow.
we talked to Bud recently. He said that he's at the point in his life now where he's okay with saying no to family and friends when they ask for money, right? Because he was so giving at first. Have you reached that point where it's easy for you to be like, if somebody call you, yo, I need this? Nah.
Yeah, you got to. You got to. Isn't that like people will ask you because they know you got it, and I feel like that's not cool.
It's not.
You
it's
feel
not
me?
right.
Like because we have our own life too.
Right.
Like we might have
Expensive.
just spent 20,000. We don't want to spend another 5.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like it's about timing when you ask the person. But I feel like if you need a favor, you're supposed to ask somebody like you're really close to first. Or
Right.
somebody, you know what I mean? You just don't go to the person you know they got the
you
money.
know got the money.
Yeah, at that point it's like shit.
And plus for you
and
not-
there's like 10 years of favors. Like damn, bro. It's like, all right, you're using me now. I gotta find a way to not answer your phone call no more.
You ever been surprised that you maybe loaned some money and you actually got it back? Has that ever happened?
I never got my money back.
Never got a.
Never.
So that's why you don't loan no more. You just say, yeah. Just,
If you need money,
Yeah.
like if you ask me for 2,000, right?
Yeah.
And I give you 2,000. How I expect you to pay me back 2,000 if you didn't ever had the 2,000 in the first place?
Maybe.
Like I know you're not gonna go make that 4,000 and then come back and give me 2,000.
Right.
Right.
So you just giving it away.
Yeah, go 2,000, bro. 2 mans go.
But look, I need
Buy
2,000, bro.
I need 3.
My pop always told me this: the fastest way to get somebody out your life, you loan them money. If you lend a friend money and they don't pay you back, they ain't gonna call you. You basically pay for the to get out your life.
to get rid of them.
Yeah, you pay your friend to get out your
Nah,
life.
he'll still call you.
Yeah,
You owe me money for years. He'll still call you.
That's a lie. I don't owe
No,
anybody
so-
anything.
you know that's why I don't lend my friends money, cause I we have a friendship. I don't want to lose my friendship over no money.